All right, guys, so this is the AUG Eye of Zappums, and it might just seem like a normal AUG skin, and for a lot of reasons it is. Hey, it's a purple, it's part of the new Overpass 2024 collection. It's still, actively dropping in the sense that you can still redeem that Overpass 2024 collection in the armory. This thing, even in factory new, only goes for $25, so it's not really that insane of a skin, but for one major reason that we're going to be talking about in this video today, it is the most talked about skin in all of Counter-Strike in the community today, and what is going on with it is very, very crazy. We'll get into all of that and much more in this video today. But of course, first, just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 skins for cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. Going to be the first link in the description below. We're buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price, but obviously we like to get those big deals done. So you got any knives, gloves, any of those big skins, stuff that you're looking to turn into cash safely, effectively, efficiently, all that good stuff. Don't worry about getting scammed. Hit me up. We can probably get a deal done, and you're helping support me, my channel, and my content, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this today. So like I said, the Eye of Zappums. This is what everybody's freaking out today. This skin is the talk of the town. It's a pretty cool skin. It's a nice AUG skin, but it's still just an AUG skin, and it's not even that much of an expensive one at that. And like I said, it's actively dropping. So what is going on here? So first of all, people were starting to freak out on Twitter because they were saying it effing happened. It's the lowest it can be. It's the lowest it can be. What are we talking about? Obviously, we are talking about some low float skins, and not just any low float skins. We're talking about the lowest float skins, and this is absolutely insane. Yix then tweeted this out. He said, new #1 AUG Eye of Zappums was registered today. It is the #1 skin in the game. Here it is, the AUG Eye of Zappums. This is that custom paint job, finish 134, pattern catalog 532, wear rating 0.00000000193. 948. That is 9 zeros on that float and then a 1. That is absolutely insane. That is crazy. That is factory new. And again, like I said, this is the new #1 skin in all of Counter-Strike 2. And not only is it the new #1 skin, it is the new #1 skin by a long shot. And we'll check out Float DB here in a second. But this is crazy. And this is a skin and a new #1 that some people thought it would never be created. Some people thought it would take a lot longer than this. And a skin with this kind of float was really, obviously, it's like insanely improbable. And now obviously people are going to be saying that this skin will never, just like the previous #1 people were saying would never be beat, people are now going to be saying this one will never be beat. There's tons of questions about what it's worth, how much should it go for, how much is somebody going to pay for it, is this guy going to get scammed who now owns it? There's so much craziness going on in the community. But yes, this is absolutely insane. We can look it up on the Float DB right now. We can see obviously we have the 0 float Karambit Vanilla, which will always be the #1 float skin in all of Counter-Strike. That one doesn't really even count. If you guys don't know about the 0 float or 0 star Karambit Vanilla, back in the day, I think Steam support used to like duplicate items or try and give you your items back if they thought you got scammed. You could give them proof and all that stuff, whatever. And this was an item that they created, obviously incorrectly, when trying to recreate it and reproduce it in this guy's inventory. And yeah, it's this Karambit Vanilla with no star, with no float. It's 0.000. It's a super strange, super weird item. But yeah, obviously it's kind of messed up and it's like an error item in a weird way, so it doesn't count. But previously we had this M249 Gator mesh with 9 zeros and then an 8. So this thing was insane. Again, and you can see the third place was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. So it had an extra 0 on the competition. And I do believe that the last time this M249 Gator mesh was sold, it was for an unopened Cato 14 capsule. I've heard different numbers about what the price range for it was at that time, but again, it's somewhere in the 5 figures, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, somewhere in there, whatever. Some people have said 30,000. I don't think that's right. I think it's probably in the 15 to 20,000 range. For when it was sold, but either way, traded for an unopened Cato 14 capsule. Very crazy. Now, hey, some people said that was overpay. Some people said, hey, that's not the actual market worth of it, whatever. But now this AUG Eye of Zappums, not only is it a cooler skin, the M249 Gator Mesh trash skin, bad skin to have as your #1. AUG Eye of Zappums, not that insane, but obviously it's just a lot cooler. It's a lot nicer skin. It's an updated, it's a new skin, all that stuff, whatever. Maybe in 10 years we'll look back and say the Eye of Zappums sucks too, but whatever. It's cooler than the Gator Mesh for now. But it's also a much lower float. Again, we didn't get an extra 0 on this. We got damn near close. But again, going from 9 zeros and then an 8 to 9 zeros and then a 1, that is a very big jump. It was so insanely unlikely that we were going to get, that we are going to beat the Gator Mesh, let alone beat the Gator Mesh smash the Gator Mesh this hard, which is very, very crazy. And I know this is what a lot of other people are saying as well on this Yix tweet. We can look at the comments section and see Wid saying, wait, no way, and saying that the low float skin is now a purple rarity from a collection, albeit no consumers, with almost a full float range. Where again, if we look at the Eye of Zappums, we can see this thing is the floats go from 0.00, like obviously 0 until 0.85. So you have the full range, almost a full range of floats going all the way up to 0.85 on this thing. So the fact that, again, some skins are float capped, so it's going to be easier to get those crazy floats on something if it's float capped to 0.08 or 0.09 or whatever. No, this thing has the full range of floats. So it's obviously not something that's optimized to be getting these mega low floats or to become a very, very unlikely candidate, in other words, to become the number one lowest float in the game. And it's crazy because we can also see in FloatDB that if you hover over it, it says this was a quest reward, meaning that obviously the guy just redeemed this with his armory pass. So he turned his armory pass, he redeemed it. If we look at the ROIs, obviously the Overpass 2024 collection is profitable right now. We have 138% ROI of unboxing that thing. So hey, it was profitable, but he hit the holy grail on this thing. He turned it into whatever. I don't know what people are going to estimate this to be, the price range of this new number one float skin, whether it's going to be 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000. If the last one sold for 20,000, I know some people are going to say that this should have some overpay, but obviously the market changes, and hey, maybe the last guy overpaid for that one in the first place. But I would guess that at the bare minimum, this is a 5-figure skin, and especially if people do believe that since this one is so much better, that this one may never be beaten. At the very least, it will stand for much longer. Now, obviously, there is the guy who had that Gator Mesh previously, who has now changed his profile picture to this guy crying because, this guy is down bad. This guy paid for a Gator Mesh, paid top dollar for an M249 Gator Mesh that he thought was going to be, the lowest float skin. Like I said, maybe forever, but if at the very least for a very, very long time. And it turns out, hey, this thing got smashed. You now just have the number 2 skin, which is obviously going to, get lost in history. And it's very possible, these things could get beaten. Who knows? Like I said, people said the Gator Mesh would never be beaten. Now that it has, people are going to say this new skin's never going to be beaten. We will have to wait and see. But yeah, pretty crazy that your armory pass could turn into something this insane. Again, hey, it was profitable. The guy was trying to make a profitable redemption, and he ended up just hitting the absolute jackpot, hitting the absolute lottery. And now a skin that I honestly didn't even know existed before today. I don't know all the skins from every single collection. I don't really care. I couldn't have told you that this was, if I just saw a picture of the skin, I could not have told you that it was called the Eye of Zappums or whatever. Now this skin is famous, infamous, whatever you want to call it. This is the new number 1 float skin in all of Counter-Strike, like I said, at least except for this glitch Karambit. Very, very, very crazy. Absolutely the talk of the community. People are going crazy. I know this guy was I don't know. Thought I had it pulled up somewhere, but I know this guy was like, he was asking people for offers. People were obviously sending him offers. His friends list is like full because he's getting so many friend requests. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of offers this guy's getting. I'm sure at this point he's just getting a lot of lowball offers, a lot of Sharky offers, stuff like that. It's going to take time, I'm sure, for a really genuinely good offer to come along. Like I said, I think I would probably accept like 15K minimum. At this point, you might as well hold out for at least 20K, but the value of this thing, I do think could be anywhere between like 15 and 30K. Seems reasonable for me, but these things are so hard to value. They're so illiquid. The sales are so far and in between. You're risking getting scammed big time a million different ways. But yeah, this guy has since made his profile private, so he's obviously trying to lay low, but he's already out there. Again, his skin is registered. But yeah, this Eye of Zappums going from a nothing skin to the talk of the community overnight. Super, super, super crazy. And the skin nerds are going crazy as well because we have a new number 1 lowest float skin in Counter-Strike. Pretty unique and interesting day, and something that will be very interesting to follow, and obviously it's going to change markets in a big way. Gator Mesh prices going down, that Gator Mesh, getting wrecked, and this Eye of Zappums going up. But yeah, pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.